This week started off a little bit rough. So Monday, I actually didn't do anything. I was scheduled to do a swim, but since I swam on Sunday and did a long run, I was just so tired. So then on Tuesday, I was like, you know what? Okay, I'm gonna fit in the swim. But I realized I was also scheduled for a brick workout. So yesterday, I pretty much ended up doing a triathlon, although it was spaced out, but you know, I did all three disciplines yesterday. And this morning I decided to take it easy. You know, I decided to work on my mental training. I journaled a bit, I meditated, and then I finished up my vlog. And so now I'm just unboxing some hydration stuff. I got some electrolytes from Noon and this what is this? Hydration drink mix that has some carbs in it. That way I can drink some carbs while I am on my bike rather than just like constantly eating. I can mix it up. And then I got like a bunch of electrolytes as well. I've got a steady bike scheduled as well as a strength session. I also have to go to running room with my sister because she is actually looking to buy a pair of running shoes. So today's a little bit jam-packed, but I don't have any other plans other than that. So it's likely gonna be a late afternoon to evening type of training day. And then Keenan and I are likely going to go to CrossFit and just use the open gym session to work on our strength training. Because yeah, I told myself I need to stay on top of that because that's been slipping. So it's going to be my mission this week to work on my strength. And again, in my last video, I mentioned not so much like heavy lifting, but really staying on top of like those like physio type prehab preventative exercises to help with like single leg strength and stability as well as core strength. So yeah, let's hope this week goes strong. So I just did a steady ride. I was meant to do an hour and a half, but I'm getting hungry and I was just like, you know what, I don't have the motivation to do the entire ride. The day just got away with me. I ended up going to running room with my sister during my lunch break, and then I was just busy with work throughout the whole afternoon. So I was like, oh my gosh, I just was so frazzled. And since our indoor trainer is in my fiance's office, he was also super busy with work. So I was like, you know what, I'm just gonna go do my strength first and then bike after once he's done working. So I went to the gym downstairs, worked on some lower body, and now I'm here. Good morning. I am on my way to swim session number 2 of this week. Oh my goodness, that was such a bad session. Like, I don't know. This is the thing about me. Once I have set the bar of my, I guess, potential or like my benchmark in whatever sport that it is, that gets like ingrained in my mind. And I am now in this mindset of like, okay, I need to be better than what I had just gotten. So like knowing that my time trial was at like a certain number, I think there's just like something in the back of my mind that's like, okay, you need to be better than 205. I really need to let go of that kind of mindset because it's just so toxic and unhealthy. And like, this is what led to me hating like every sport that I've done, particularly running. So I like have to just be compassionate to myself and just be like, hey, this is just another swim practice. You know, this is another opportunity to work on your skills, work on your technique. It doesn't matter about time. So I like really need to get that ingrained in my head. So sweet.
Breakfast is served.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
So I'm just about to get ready to go for my speed run, and not gonna lie, I'm not looking forward to it, but it is a nice day out, so at least there's that. Today's run is gonna be the same as last week. I am gonna be doing 8 intervals of 4 minutes at a zone 4 pace, which is gonna be target pace is going to be around 4:27 to 4:56 with a 1 minute easy jog in between. Hopefully today goes well. I know last week was really windy. It's looking really nice outside, but I don't know what the wind's going to be like. So
First interval done, and that felt pretty good. Made sure to start conservatively. Interval 2 done, feeling good still. Third interval done. It's time to pick up the pace. Halfway through the intervals, interval 5. It's getting hard.
So I totally ran out of storage on my phone, so I couldn't film the rest of my run. But I ended up doing really well on today's speed workout, and I find that is rare these days, so I'll take that win. I did end this run with a negative split. So the last few intervals ended up at a 4:38, 4:33, and 4:31 per kilometer pace, which I'm pretty happy. Last week I actually struggled through that pace, I believe. I think it's because I started too fast, whereas today I made sure to start conservatively. I made sure I was talking to myself in a positive manner because I tend to be really hard on myself. So I just came in cool, calm, and collected. And yeah, the run ended up going really well. So I hope I keep that up. Good morning. So this week's schedule has been all over the place. I went swimming yesterday, and I'm also scheduled to swim again just because I didn't swim on Monday. So everything's kind of gone and pushed and mixed up and all that. It's also that time of the month, so hence why I've been switching things around. That being said, I woke up this morning feeling so tired because I slept pretty late last night, and I am finding that more and more these days I need to sleep a lot more than I usually do, just because the volume is picking up, and rest and recovery is so important. I was like, you know what, I need to sleep some more and I'll just go swimming later today. We also ran out of eggs and milk, so I am actually at Walmart to pick some up. After some breakfast, I am gonna go work on some core stability and then continue my ride that I didn't complete the other day. It was an hour and a half, so I've got another 30 minutes to do today. And it is pretty nice out, so I'm gonna take it outside because I would rather do that than do it on the trainer. So change of plans, I'm actually gonna go out for my ride now. I did eat a banana before this just to fuel up because I can never do a workout fasted. I'm just gonna do 50 minutes out, 50 minutes back, and then eat some breakfast. I swear, breakfast is like my favorite meal of the day. It is apparently 3 degrees Celsius outside, so I'm just gonna wear this to keep my head warm, this base layer, and then I'm gonna wear this zip up. I was contemplating whether or not I should wear a windbreaker. It's only gonna be a 30-minute ride, so I'm just gonna face the elements because I also don't want to get too hot as well. And then I'm actually wearing 2 layers of bottoms. I'm wearing shorts with chamois and then a pair of leggings. I unfortunately do not have leggings that have a built-in chamois in that. That's another thing I want to add to my list, but you know, I am a girl on a budget, so I'm just making do with what I have. 30-minute ride, done and dusted. I really wanted to take videos of myself on the bike, but seeing how I'm still such a beginner cyclist and trying to like keep my cadence up and my speed up, it's really hard. I had to mainly focus on my safety because of all the cars that were going by, and just like shoulder checking every time I was gonna move closer to the middle of the road because there were cars parked, making sure that I wasn't going on potholes because there were a lot of potholes on my route because I guess from like the snowfall and all the salt damage, and then just pedestrians just kind of walking on their phones. Like I really had to pay attention, so I was like, okay, I guess I won't take any footage. But my fiance was actually doing his speed workout and we bumped into each other, so he took videos of me riding away, which it was very nice of him. Overall, the ride was really good, other than, you know, trying to focus on not bailing or getting into an accident. But yeah, safety first, everyone. I do prefer riding outside. Like once I go out there, I'm like, I never want to go back on the trainer. It's kind of ironic because yes, there's a lot of things that you need to focus on, but because there's a lot of things to focus on, it does pass the time by a lot quicker than say if I was on the trainer. Oh my gosh, I just had like one of the best swim sessions ever. Maybe it's because I ate and had a lot of energy energy since this was like an afternoon swim, but today just went so well. I like didn't put any pressure on myself. I was like, you know what, it's just chill. And like the rest of today was just so hectic that I actually was looking forward to the swim to just kind of take my mind off other things. And today's swim session was actually supposed to be like a race simulation day. So the main swim that I had to do today was 1,250 meters. And I was like, okay, you know what, like, don't put pressure on yourself. It's just practice. For like the first 100 to 200 meters, do it at like a takeout effort, which to this day I still don't really know what that means, but I think it's like the effort that you do once you start a race, and it's supposed to be like strong and controlled, and then the rest of it would be around 70 to 75%. So I was like, okay, just take it easy, and it ended up being faster than my time trial. So my 1K time trial was a 2:05 pace per 100 meters, and then this one ended up being 2:02, and I had a lot of energy after it. So yeah, I don't know. I think it's because like I just focused on being controlled and focused on my technique rather than like trying to be fast. And what do you know? The technique actually carried me through and I ended up being faster. So it was a pretty good swim session and I'm so happy. Today is very exciting because I am going on my first adventure ride without my fiance, and so I'm kind of nervous, but I'm not going on my own. I am going with a friend and we're actually going to do about a 3-hour ride. So she's gonna come down and meet me at my place, and then we're just gonna go bike and hopefully stop at some kind of a bakery as like a mid-ride treat. We're both actually doing the same plan and we're like, do we want to do 3 hours on the trainer? It's actually meant to rain today, but it said that there's gonna be a chance of rain, so we're gonna take the chance and go outside. I'm just gonna bring my rain jacket just in case. This is probably gonna be my longest outdoor ride yet, so hopefully it goes well.
Okay, you need your multi-tool.
Multi-tool, okay.
A spare tire, or inner tube.
A what?
A spare inner tube. Do you know where this goes?
In the tire?
Yeah. So you stick this guy in.
Okay.
And it'll help you lift the tire out.
Let's just hope this ride goes well and nothing happens. But thankfully my friend is an experienced rider, so if anything does happen, she can help me out. Guys, I'm really nervous. I don't know why. Like just over 3 hours and 70 kilometers later, I finally made it back home. So I was initially scheduled for 2 hours and 50 minutes, but we had some poor planning on our part and totally like underestimated the distance of our ride. And we had intervals in our ride, so we had stayed at one part of the city and just did it there because it was clear and flat. And then on our way back, we realized, oh, we've got still a long way to go and we're almost at the 2 hour and 50 mark. So we're just like, okay, let's just bike back home. And it took us another hour and a bit. I'm supposed to have a brick run right after, and it's a 50-minute run, but I think I'm just gonna take a quick break because that ride was a little longer than expected. I'm gonna have some food, wash this bike off, get into dry clothes, and then go on this 50-minute run. I do not want to do this. Okay, I'm about to start workout number 2.
It's supposed to be brick run. Technically it isn't, since I had quite a long transition, probably like a 45-minute break. But yeah, my motivation was quite low. But thankfully I got a little company. Kian's gonna be riding with me because I can't do this alone. Okay, I've got 50 minutes of just easy running. 25 minutes out, 25 minutes back. Just over halfway and I'm feeling pretty good. Finally, brick workout done and dusted. Although technically it wasn't really a brick workout, but hey, that bike ride was longer than usual, so I think I deserved a little bit of a break. The run overall felt really good. Actually a lot better than last week. Yeah, because I had some company. The support was great. Thank you.
You're welcome.
But yeah, oh, thank goodness. What a long day.
Good morning. It is the last day of training this week and I am scheduled for a long run. It is actually currently 7:15 in the morning. I usually don't get up to run this early, but today is run club day, so I'm splitting my long run into two parts. Today's long run, I have a section where I'm focusing on race pace, so I'm gonna fit that in for the first half of today's long run. I'm gonna do a 15-minute warm-up and then 3 sets of 5 minutes at race pace with 3 minutes easy jogging, and then repeat that 2 other times. And then I'm gonna end the rest of this run with a 10-minute cool down. So that's gonna be about 50 minutes. And then later today, actually, not later, shortly after, we're gonna head to downtown and then I'm gonna meet up with Run Club and we're gonna do about 30 minutes of easy running, so that'll be like the rest of my cool down. I know it's not a continuous run, so it's not super ideal, but at least we're focusing on time on feet, and as long as I get the 80 minutes in today, we should be good. So it is actually raining out and I'm gonna be wearing this Arc'teryx jacket, and then I'm gonna wear a hat to shield my eyes and face from the rain. I do have a pair of water resistant shoes, but I'm gonna wear that during my Run Club run. For today's part 1 long run, I'm gonna be wearing the Ride 17s. I'm just waiting for my GPS to load, but yeah, weather today is not ideal. Just finished my last interval of race pace. Now it's time for a cool down back home. Long run part 1, done and dusted. We are on our way to Run Club now, and I'm off to do part 2 of my long run. So I just finished my run with my Run Club, and now I am currently on my way to pick up Kian after his long run. I parked a little ways away from the coffee shop and where he's gonna end his run. So now I need to go to him, find parking, because downtown is a little bit of a gong show, and then get him a post-run treat, because, but yeah, I know he's gonna be like hungry and would want to stay warm, so I gotta get him something to drink, like a nice hot coffee, and then like, I don't know, a cookie or a croissant or something like that. Oh my god, so it turns out he actually finished near where I initially parked, but that's okay. I just picked up some coffee and cookies for him, so I'm gonna drive back to the lot and pick him up. Yay!
Sunshine. That's what's playing right now. Oh, 24K.
Got you a cookie and a coffee.
Yes.
Americano. I hope that's okay.
Perfect. That's exactly what I want. Thank you.
Yeah. And here's some water.
Oh, thank you.
So I'm finally back home, all showered, and now it's time to do a recap of this past week's training. So taking a look at my week progress, it says I did 91% of the activities. Technically, I'd like to say I did 100%. I did have to modify a few things. So if you take a look at my past week, I only did like 1 hour of a steady ride, but I did the rest of it on the Friday after that. And then with my long run, it says I modified it and did only 45 minutes, but as you can see, I finished the rest of it after with Run Club. So taking a look at it, I've done all the activities. It's just kind of been a bit modified. I'm pretty happy with how this past week went. Everything went pretty smoothly. I think The volume was just a lot more than I had anticipated. I think the number one thing I need to work on is definitely nutrition and recovery, especially just like refueling after a workout, because yesterday after my brick run, it was, yeah, I was pretty tired and I know I didn't refuel after that. So I gotta make sure I stay on top of that, especially because I'm gonna need that energy for I don't know how long this race is gonna be. So yeah, that wraps up this week's training. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you are new here, I do have a series that documents my entire 70.3 journey since the first time I've signed up till now. I hope you enjoyed this video. Don't forget to comment, like, and subscribe, and I'll see you in a later one. Bye!